Oh boy, per usual, I heard it backwards. You've heard me say many a times, nobody cares. Nobody cares, which I say is a good thing. It's a good thing. That's a good thing, right? Because, this is so sad, but it's true. It's because when people have cared about me in the past, it's painful. Their form of caring is gossiping, tearing you down, telling you you can't do it, having no faith in you, playing the devil's advocate, all these things. So it's like you don't want anybody to care, right? And so that's always been the backwards way of thinking because that had been my experience. So I didn't think it was backwards. I thought it was clear. And so it does stop you from doing things. And it's like, well, you can't live like that and you can't live in fear. And then I realized nobody really cares. They really just care about themselves. They just care about what they're doing and what's going on in their lives, which was very freeing to me. That's why I would always laugh, like, no, that's a good thing, right? Like, again, just backwards. It's just, how we experience things. So then that's how and so it's like, oh, good. When people ignore you, you can move about freely, right? But if people pay attention, you're going to get judged. You're going to get pushed down. Nobody wants to see you succeed. They want to play the devil's advocate. They want to steal your confidence. They want to knock down your faith in what you're doing, like all these things. So, I guess it's also the idea I'm thinking, people say don't tell people what you're doing until you're done, all this stuff. And it's like, what a horrific way to live, right? Like, really, you can't share your ideas. You can't grow with others. You can't, like, really, this is what we live in. We live in a world where, God forbid, don't tell anybody what you're doing until it's done, right? Like, really? This is the world we've created. This is the world we live in. But it is that same mentality. Like, unfortunately, that's what a lot of us have experienced. Like, oh no, you're not going to get anybody's encouragement. You're not going to get anybody pumping you up. You're not going to get anybody on your team. You're not going to if they know their way of caring for you is going to destroy you. You don't want anybody's care. Not these people, not these humans. And so it's like, that's so fucked up. But at the same time, I've always tried to see the good in it. Like, okay, let's look at the good in it. The fact that you don't need to tell anybody anything and you don't need to be involved with anybody because nobody cares. Right? In other words, I would have that fear with me because that's what I had experienced. They judge your every move, every word, everything. You get judged, get nailed to the wall, you get challenged, all these things. And so when you realize most people do not give a shit because they're so worried about themselves and what they have going on that they're not judging you. You might have been around a lot of people that judged you. You might have been around a lot of people that play the devil's advocate, good, bad, or indifferent, meaning sometimes people do that because they think they're helping. They think that they're just having you see every angle. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not always, nonetheless, what does matter is how you experience it, how it feels for you, and what does it result in? Does it result in building your confidence? Does it result in encouraging you? Or does it result in always destroying you? And so you have to determine that. So you determine who's best to be around and what their real motives are, right? Like if they see that it's always destroying you, do they keep doing it? Or do they say, oh, you know what? I don't think this is helping them the way I thought it was. I thought I was helping. I'm clearly not. I better stop that, right? Like you can see a lot of things, right? But the only thing you need to do is stand in your own truth and determine what's true for you. And so I thought it was really interesting how they showed this morning when it's like when we think of our loved ones, we want them to care for us. And often I have said, nobody cares. But people can take that as nobody cares. Like, oh, nobody cares about me. And I'm always like, oh my God, it's such a good thing. Nobody cares. Thank God. So you can go do what you want to do without people judging you, without people looking, without people trying to rip your confidence from you, destroy your confidence, your belief in yourself or your belief in your idea or whatever you're creating or whatever you're excited about. And it's just all these things are so tangled together in the fact that it's just fucked up. It's fucked up. It's not the world I want to live in. It's not the world that I create when I'm with loved ones. I try to encourage them, be excited for them, pump them up, be happy for their wins, this kind of thing. And you have to determine, like, are you around similar people? Because just because you're doing it for them does not mean they're doing it for you. I've known many of people like this, and it is shocking when you're always encouraging, supporting. And then when it's your turn, they're like, oh no, oh no. No, what are you doing that for? No, I don't support you. No, I'm not encouraging you. That's a terrible idea. What about this? What about that? Playing the devil's advocate. And it is shocking when that occurs, because you're like, damn, you don't want to see me succeed? Why? I've encouraged your success all along the way. What? What? Oh, I don't know if I got the full message out. It was, it's just how we hear things and how we interpret them. The exact same sentence, right? Like, nobody cares. I see it as a good thing. Other people see it as a bad thing. I guess it depends on the people who you're surrounding yourself with, whether you want them to care or not. This is terrible, but it is kind of funny too, right? Like, depending on who you have around you, you want them to care or you don't want them to care. Well, and if you don't want them to care, then I guess we're surrounding ourselves by the wrong people. Right? If we're like, oh, don't notice us, don't care, don't whatever. Here's the bad, okay, they're showing that, okay, slow down. Here's the bad thing with that, is some of us get, I guess it's cynical, I guess it's pessimistic, I don't know. But we get familiar with that. We get familiar with, oh yeah, we're around these type of people, so you can't trust people. Right? It's like after a while, no matter where you go and you end up experiencing that, but it's also because you're drawing it in because that's what you experienced. And so you have to unravel all that. But nonetheless, in the process on unraveling that, you also have to then, it's like go back to doing you, right? Where you encourage others and you're really excited for them. Yet, recognize that others can support you. Others can be kind. Others can care for you in the right way. It's like, don't get stuck in that. It's almost like a helpless or hopeless, but it's not that. I think they're just showing like a downward spiral or a negative, pessimistic, cynical, I think it's like that idea. It's like, because you can perpetuate that. I'm having a hard time verbalizing it. I think you can hear it though. It's like that idea of yes, it occurs. There's bad people out there, and it's not even bad people, but just to simplify it so you can hear it. It's like not good for you, right? Like not in alignment with you. Again, they're not necessarily bad. It's just not how you think or how you operate. So it's not supportive or encouraging. It doesn't feel good for you. And again, they could be doing the same thing for somebody else, but it actually does help them, right? So it's that idea where it's just not right for you. This is why it's important to be around other people who get you. So it's like you all can work in unison and support one another and love one another and get to know one another so that you do know what works in that, what feels good for them and what feels good for you, right? This idea. And I'm trying to get it out. It's like why that's so important is also for the fact that otherwise you can call in what you don't want to call in because you've had too many of those bad experiences and didn't learn or see those lessons that you experience or feel things differently than those around you, and they haven't gotten that and you haven't gotten that. It's like that learned lesson for all. And again, the boiled down version is always you have to stand in your truth and you have to communicate it. And if you see after communicating it clearly, I was going to say time and time again, but you don't need to stay forever. It's like you don't need to battle it. But if you see, it's like somebody giving you an apology, but then continuing to do the same behavior that they're apologizing for. So they're apologizing why? Not because they're sorry, because you required it, or because they want to get back in, or because an apology without any change is just manipulation. So then they just keep manipulating you, but you're allowing it, right? So there's lessons for everybody. So, yeah, it's the same thing always. Be around the right people for you. What feels good for you? What's true? In other words, it's the same way. It's just saying it backwards. It's the same way of saying, do what you love, do what feels good, so that you can continually honor you, be true to you, where you don't have to question or hesitate or they're showing all types of things down, and I'm not sure I'm following what they're trying to get me to say here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah. I think they're just saying the same thing that we always say on repeat, which is just fully love yourself, honor yourself. Oh, don't look, yes. Yeah. They're trying to get me to make a point. Like, don't look at people as good or bad, right or wrong, because that's not the case. Like, it's like the idea of karma, love, attract, all these things. It's not about morality. Although we like to add that in as humans. We sure do, don't we? We really do. But it's not about that at all. It's about, are you being true and honest with you? Is this right for you? Is this going to take you to where you want to go? Is this your heart's truest desire? Or are you doing this to get outside yourself, right? Because you believe that something outside of yourself is going to fill the buckets inside of yourself. And that's the backwards way of thinking. And eventually it's going to bite you in the ass. So it's like, don't always follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you want done unto you, or don't do unto others what you don't want done unto you. But as long as you do that and you're following your heart's desire, if you're following your heart's desire, you're coming from your highest and best, and you're clear, true, pure, then there would never be ill intent. Yet a lot of people don't realize whether they're clear, true, and pure. They really don't, because they've been living in muck or fog for so long. They think they are. And then you wipe their glasses and they're like, holy shit, who knew? So, that's why it's always so hard to say all this stuff, because it really depends on where you're at and how well you understand yourself, how happy you really are. If you even have ever been truly happy, if you even know what that feels like, and to live that and normalize that on a day-to-day basis, so that your baseline is happy all the time. And so when you dip from there, you recognize something. Most people don't. They don't live there. They're so used to living in misery or unhappiness or all types of things that it's normal to them. It doesn't dawn on them that anything's wrong to live in misery. It doesn't dawn on them that this is not right. They have just adjusted to that temperature. They've adjusted to the, quote, care they're receiving from all those around them. They have adjusted to so many things that it's normal. What do you mean? This is the way it is. What are you talking about? Nobody lives happy all the time. Nobody. What are you talking about, right? It's because their baseline isn't even close to that. Their baseline is hell, right? So it's like you have to up your baseline so that, when you go down just a hair, you're like, holy shit, what's going on? What's happening, right? And so you can clean up your own thoughts. You can clean up your own environment. You can clean up your own home. You can figure it out. All right. I'm just twirling here. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.